Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily and I'm a third year foundation phase student, and today we are finally going to talk a bit about practical. So I have been missing in action for like 3 weeks now, and let me just quickly tell you why, and also a shameless little plug in for myself. I started a business. It's called The Diligent Dreamer, and I create all sorts of little gadgets and trinkets, but personalized. So keychains, Christmas ornaments, pencil bags, water bottles, and there are many fun things coming. So go follow The Diligent Dreamer or just Diligent Dreamer on Instagram, and I promise you will not be disappointed. So let's just get right into it. Today we are going to talk about human movement. Now, I feel really strongly about human movement. It is extremely important. It is part of the holistic development of the child. So human movement is so important, but it is also so much fun. So I did 2 lessons on human movement for my practical, and I must say those were 2 of my favorite lessons that I have done. The first lesson I did a balance lesson, so it's all about balancing, and the second one we did like an obstacle course. So I have this little guy over here which I use for my warm-up. It's just an A3 paper. As you can see, I actually made a mistake on the back, but then I just redid it on the front here. And then I used a push pin. I'm not sure if you know what those are, but you can find them at P&A. A push pin, and I made an arrow, and basically you just give it a spin, and then whatever it is, this is part of the warm-up. Whatever it lands on, that's what we do. So there is like running on the spot or doing like a stretch like this. Very important. I think it's important to remember that when doing human movement, it's not just for the fun of the child. Even though when you're a child, or when you think of the child and when they think of it, it's lots of fun. When they do a human movement lesson, it is super fun. They just think it's time to play. But remember that human movement plays a big role. It's part of the gross motor skills. It helps the child with gross motor skills. It helps with balance. Balance plays a big role, believe it or not, even in reading and writing. It plays a big role in midline crossing, even fine motor skills depending on what you do. It's got to do with muscle tone as well. I just want to disclaim as well, if you are watching this and you are at my institution, we didn't have to do 2 human movement lessons. I just chose to do 2. So the next part of it were these cards. It's just A4 cards, and as you can see, it has hands and feet. So it has the right hand and right feet, and there are quite a few of each. I can't actually remember exactly how many, but when you are working the lesson out, you'll just work out how many you need. Basically, I don't know if you've seen it, it's all over Facebook. At some point it was, and it was all over Instagram and stuff, where you jump. So if it shows 1 foot and 2 hands, then they jump like that. And I just taped it to the floor in a line, and that's what they did, and they absolutely loved it. I joined it as well, and it was just so much fun. Then we did like an obstacle course for the next one, which is just basically what the school had. We worked with, so it was like holding a ping pong ball on a spoon. There was skipping involved, jumping, running, all sorts of things, which is really important. But what I want to get to is a little bit of technical things about planning the human movement lesson and about executing it, because this is where I didn't struggle per se, but I could have improved. So the first things first is make sure you have enough stations. So when I did this lesson, there was another part of it, but now I really can't remember what they had to do, but there was another part of the lesson. So it was 2 stations, but because there were 30 learners, there's 15 at each station, and it just did not work out. They got bored, etc. So I would definitely include maybe 2 of the same station, so that you have 4 stations in total. When we did the obstacle course, we made sure that there were 4 stations. I think there were 4 stations. And that way we kept the ball rolling, which was a lot of fun. So to control the environment that we're in, remember it's 37-year-olds, 36-year-olds, between 6 and 7, they are in a big school hall, and you want to be able to control them and keep it controlled, and you can't be too loud because there are other classrooms around and stuff like that. So I had a whistle, and one whistle meant stop dead where you are, stop. This also became like a game, which was exciting, and then they would listen as well. And then 2 whistles would be to go, and 3 whistles would be it's over. So how we did it was, with my one that I had the 2 stations, each station had a color. I think it was like blue and yellow. And so I had my whistle, and as I just said now, with the whistle and how I blew it, when I had 3 whistles, they would all sit down at the station that they were currently at. And then I would tell them, okay, you are now going to, from the blue, you are going to the yellow. And this way, you're just making sure that they stay organized and that they aren't all over the place. So, and then they had to move in a certain direction. So I literally showed them with my finger how they would move, and this also tests how well they are concentrating and to make sure that they are paying attention, which is really important. And you know that when they're doing assessment, this counts. The listening skills count in the assessment. It doesn't count a lot, but it counts. And then I would show the other group, okay, you coming towards me, going this way and sitting down there. That's what I would show them. And then they would stand up, and then I would blow the whistle once, which means go, and then they would move. And then they would sit down, and then I would blow again. But now I also just need to make a disclaimer again that this does not go as smoothly as what I'm saying it. So I'm saying it as how I would have liked it to go, but that is not always the case. Let me tell you that things go not wrong, that is not the right word, but they definitely don't always go according to plan, and they don't run smoothly. And that is the thing that any student who is going to do a practical with any lesson that you're going to do, you need to understand that the lesson is not going to go as smoothly as what it is on paper. And that is just a fact. But these are my human movement lessons. Comment down below which one I should do next. There are maths lessons, English lessons, Afrikaans lessons, and I did drama as well. Oh, and life skills. That was the other one. So let me know which one I should do next, and then I will do that next week. I'm really sorry about the fact that I'm a little bit delayed with YouTube, but I promise I'm almost finished with my academic year, and when the academic year is finished, there will be a lot more time for YouTube videos. So I'll see you all in the next video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and share this with your student teacher friends. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!